So we're going to go over real quick on how the reports work inside of Link-Will Bandit. So once you've actually run a couple link wills and you've processed a link will a couple times, you'll probably have a couple posted articles that you want to snag the URLs from so that you can use them in your linking efforts to get them indexed or just to have a report on what exactly happened during the link will processing. So in order to get a report, you're just going to go to Tools, Generate Report. And then this form's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to select the link will you want to generate a report for, and then you're going to select your start and end dates. And then when you actually are selecting your start and end dates, you want to make sure that the start date is 1 day before from when you actually want it, and then the end date is 1 day after the date you actually want the report from. This is just to ensure that you actually get all the links that were actually generated during that time frame. So once you've selected the start and end date, you're going to come up here and select just enter in a label that you want to use for the report. And then you don't have to put any extension or anything in there, just put a label in there that you want to name it. So after that, you're just going to click Generate Report, and then it'll go through all the links that were accumulated during that time frame and extract them, and then save them to a flat text file as well as an HTML report. And then I'll go over that real quick here once it's done extracting the links. So okay, it finished generating the links, and it'll tell you where it actually saved the report to. Typically, you're just going to go into your Link-Will Bandit folder under the reports directory, and then you'll see two reports here. The first report we're going to look at is the flat text file. Basically, it'll have a list of all the URLs that were posted and the where you can find them at. So you can just plug this into another application to get them indexed, or whatever you want to do with it. And then the second report here is just an HTML report you can open up in your browser. And this is just a graphical report. Kind of gives you a breakdown of all the posted articles, the date it was posted, the article URL, and then the title it used, and then also the web property that it used. And then this is the link type that actually was dropped inside the article. This is kind of a little bit complicated to explain. I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Basically, it's just saying what tier it was posted from, and then what tier was posted to, and then as well as the link target, which is in this particular post that linked to the target URL. And then actually, it's probably going to cut off some items just because it's not the form isn't actually big enough to fit all the data for this particular link type. So don't worry about that if you can't see all the data. We'll be fixing that in future versions. So as you can see, you can scroll down and see all the posted articles that it did during that time frame. And then at the very bottom here, you'll also get a account report as well as a social bookmarking report. In this time frame, it didn't actually post any bookmarks, so but when there are bookmarks that were posted, it'll show you the accounts that it created, and also the bookmark title that it used. And then you can also see the account details report. Basically, these are all the accounts it created during that time frame. Well, actually, I'm sorry, these are all the accounts total for the entire link will that it's created so far. One thing to note is that it won't actually include the account number of the account of the created account. It just shows you the web property at this time. Future versions will have the account number listed as well. That way you can reference that back to the link will as it's processing. It'll be listed here in the account column when it's running. So that way you can reference it back to the actual account in this report here. The only other way you can actually kind of tell where this account was posted inside the link will is by looking at the mininet it was assigned to. For instance, this was assigned to the Tier 1, the first Mininet. And then as you scroll down here, you can see that these other accounts, this account was created on Tier 3, link Mininet 48. And then you can just see how it basically can get an idea of where these accounts are posted inside the link wheel. So if you had any other questions, just feel free to drop them at the bottom of this documentation blog post, and I'll get back to you.